What's up YouTube, Jason here, Morph, Mixology, Reptiles. Welcome back to the channel. Doing a really quick video for you today because the reality is baby Mixology is right around the corner. So depending on when this video goes up, she may or may not already be here, but either way, the next couple of weeks of my life are going to be chaotic. So I'm trying to get a couple videos so I can keep them queued up and ready to go. This one's just going to be super fast. The season is going, actually, to be honest with you, much better than I anticipated with all of the challenges, be it the trailer, the moving, the heat, you know, the whole 9 yards. So really excited that the season's been going really well. Hatchling rack currently is only full to down, you know, about 6 shelves worth. We've actually been selling really well, but I'll show you guys here. We've got a ton of eggs in the incubator. So many so that we had to take a shelf out and just start stacking boxes because I ran out of room and I can't put more than one on each shelf. So there are currently 9 clutches cooking and some pretty banger stuff. So stay tuned, make sure you're subscribed here and follow us over on Instagram because that's where the updates come first and quick on the new eggs, and that there's gonna be some stellar stuff in those clutches. So obviously we're trying to get these ones fed and on their way to their new homes and get the new ones ready to move up. So if you see anything in this video that you are interested in out of this hatchling rack, please hit me up. Instagram's the easiest way, at Morph Mixology. You can also send me an email, morphmixology@gmail.com. I'll try to, in the B-roll parts of these, showing these animals, put the ID numbers so it's even easier for all of us to be on the same page for what is available. So without further ado, I'm just going to show you everything as of the filming of this video that we have currently available. First up, out of clutch 1, this was that dual sire clutch. I know I didn't do a clutch reveal. It's just been crazy hectic, so didn't get a chance to do one, but this turned out to be a dual sire clutch, both GHI Redstripe and Leopard Butter Pastel to the Leopard Lesser Pastel. This is 20-01-03, a male Pastel Lesser or Butter, I'm not really sure which one, and possible Redstripe. Not sure if it is or not. I had another one that looked even more Redstripe, but it could be, and in the case if it is Redstripe, then this is a lesser, not a butter, because of the male it had to come from. So again, clutch 1, number 3, male Pastel Lesser, possible Redstripe. Super good looking dude, eating like crazy. 20-01-04, another male. This is a dead copy of the father of this clutch, or at least one of the fathers. And this is a Pastel Leopard Lesser and a super cool version, or example. Very electric, very bright, crazy chaotic pattern. Contrast is beautiful. This guy's eating like a champ, ready to go. 20-01-04, male Pastel Leopard Butter or Lesser, again, either one. But I would tend to lean on Butter just by the variance of how the male and the female look between Butter and Lesser. I would say this one is probably Butter. And there is a possibility in these that they could be Super Leopard. I have no way of knowing until you breed it out. Down here into clutch 3 now. Clutch 3 was the Black Pearl, the Black Pastel Huffman, 66% possible head hypo to a Huffman 100% head hypo. We did not hit any visual hypos in that clutch. However, that does not mean that the male did not prove out. The male, or rather, the male is not head hypo. Head to head is 1 in 4 at best anyway, so I'm not giving up hope on it yet. I do have actually the very next clutch that is due to cut this weekend, by the time you see this, I think, is that same male to a Hypo Pinstripe. If there are no hypos in that clutch, we'll shelve him as not head hypo. So as of right now, everything from clutch 3 has to be listed as 50% possible het hypo because the male or the female was 100% for sure. If we get some visual hypos out of that clutch, they'll all be upgraded to 66% and your odds will be a little bit better. So 200305, these were all a little bit tough to ID. I don't know a ton about Huffman, but I do know that Huffman and Black Pastel, in the case of the Black Pearl, are allelic. So everything in the clutch had to be at least Huffman or Black Pastel. So if it looked like Black Pastel, it was obvious. If it looked somewhat normal-ish, it has to be Huffman, which is the case here. This little guy's in shed, and he's kind of in a bad mood. 200305 is a male Huffman, 50% possible het hypo. And just going into shed, so he's not going to look very good in his B-roll. Alright, that's the last one from clutch 3. The rest of them are gone. On to clutch 4. Clutch 4 was Drake, the Dragonfly, Pastel Fire Pinstripe, to the Big Fire female. These turned out really nice. 200401, beautiful female Super Fire. This one with almost no pattern. A couple of small, very faint yellow spots. Her sister had much more brighter yellow, and she's already gone and spoken for. But this girl, Super Fire, also possible pastel and or pinstripe. I would tend to lean that this one, if of the two that we had, would have extra genes because it is less patterned. My understanding is that Super Fires that have no pattern or very little pattern tend to have other genes as opposed to ones with lots of yellow. But again, there's no way to prove that. I can't sell it as such, so 200401 is just a female Super Fire, possible pastel and or pinstripe. Really nice girl. 200404 is an absolute dead copy of the dad, a male Dragonfly, Pastel Fire and Pinstripe. I love this combo as a hatchling. They look killer when they're about 400 to 500 grams because their colors really come to life. These ones, interestingly enough, compared to the ones we hatched last season, are more yellow and orange, where the ones last year were more peach colored. So it's just interesting, and it's exactly the same pairing. That's the weird thing. So this male's doing really good, looks awesome. We hit 3 of these in this clutch. One of them's already spoken for. So number 4 here, 200404, the male Dragonfly. It's good to go. 200405 is the other one. This is the female, also a Dragonfly. You'll notice in contrast to the other one, this one is more peach, has more orange in the sides. It's a little bit cleaner, a little bit brighter. She's also kind of fired up right now too. It's first thing in the morning, so they're waking them up, but they look great as adults. They don't brown out. My male looks fantastic. He's almost bone white. He's really cool looking. So 200405 female Dragonfly. 200407. This one's pretty cool. We made one of these last year as well in this pairing. He just ate, so I'm not going to screw with him too much. 200407 is a male Fire Pin. For a simple 2-gene combo, I really like this. I think it looks beautiful. The really rusty, kind of orangey browns, and the solid stripe down the back. It's a totally different look than just a pinstripe, and I just really like this combo. These age really well. The fire helps out a lot. So really nice male 200407 Fire Pinstripe. 200408, another male in this case, also just 8. Just a really nice, clean fire. It's one of those genes that by itself just looks really good and gets better with age. That's one of the nice things about fire, is it ages well. This one's just really nice. It's got really good color. I love his head pattern. The eye stripes are nice and bold and solid, and just a really good, solid looking fire. Male Fire, 200408. There is also in clutch 4 here, I did hit a male normal. I'm not going to show you. Normals are kind of one of those things, it's just a byproduct. If somebody really wants it, and if you want to buy something else and you want that male normal just to have him, I'll throw him in, no big deal. Otherwise, he'll probably go to our local little boutique pet shop or something, or somebody here locally, because it doesn't really make sense to sell a $25 animal with $60 of shipping. But if somebody wants something else and you want me to throw them in, just let me know. On to the most recent clutch to hatch. Most of these have taken their first meal. They're going to be a little bit before they can ship. This clutch turned out awesome. Unfortunately for me, for holdbacks, the sex odds were all backwards from what I really wanted. So clutch 5 came out. It looks amazing. Same male as the last one, the Dragonfly, Pastel Fire Pinstripe. But this time to a really, really nice clean spider that I picked up from Chandler at CTH Reptiles. Check these out. Number 1, 0501, is another, in this case, beautifully clean. This is what they looked like last year. Beautifully clean female Dragonfly. This one's got a super light, almost bone white head. Lots of little dots and dashes in that really soft color. This girl is gorgeous. This is what I remember last year's girl looking like. This one's gonna grow up to be stunning. Pastel Fire Pinstripe again. Female Dragonfly 0501. Love this girl. 200502. This is probably my, I don't know, this might actually be my favorite. I was gonna say my second favorite, but this might be my favorite of the clutch. This guy is just electric. 200502, Fire Bumblebee. Pastel Fire Spider. Look at the patterning on this one's head. It just, and the color, I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up or not. It is so soft, so electric. What would be, or will be, because these will change a little bit over time. And these all appear, when you look at the side pattern, like they're gonna be fairly high white spiders and spinners and that, which I really like. I like the high white sides. This one in particular looks like it's gonna be real high white. And what's gonna turn out to be yellow right now, it's got kind of this greenish hue. It's just super cool looking. Everyone told me it looked like there was something else going on with this guy. I don't know where there could be. It's just a spider. We've used the male 3 times now. But yeah, this guy is just awesome. Fire Bumblebee. Next up, 0503 is a Fire Spider female. So this is the same as the last one, minus the pastel. So you can see where the difference in that pastel really lights it up and just makes it go nuts. But Fire Spider is still a great combo. Much like the Fire Pinstripe, it's going to get better with age. It's going to brighten. This one's going to looks like it's going to be probably a mid-white, so about halfway up the sides. Really good pattern. No wobble that I can see so far. Has already taken its first meal, doing really well. This girl is going to look great. She's almost got a little bit of a martini glass on her head stamp. I'll hopefully get a close-up of that. It kind of looks like a martini glass. That's kind of cool. I just noticed that. So, really pretty girl. 0503, female Fire Spider. 0504 is another female. In this case, just a spider. So you can see side by side the difference here between the Fire and the Fire Spider. This girl is really pretty though. Kind of a mid-white spider again. This one does have a very tiny head tilt, noticeable wobble. She already ate. She's doing good. Very responsive. Doesn't seem to have any issues. But obviously, when you screw with them, if you turn them upside down, whatever, they do have a tiny bit of head tilt. But she looks like she's going to do just fine. Really pretty female spider. 200505, another female. Very simple in this case. I'll happily throw her in with a wicked deal or something if you want something else in here as well. But female Pastel. This girl is probably one of the cooler looking pastels I've ever produced. Very kind of wild, washy pattern. It kind of looks like a lava lamp thing a little bit. Really pretty color. These pinks are going to turn nice and yellow white. They're going to look awesome. So very simple combo, or very simple gene obviously, but I think a really nice example 0505 female Pastel. And last but not least from this clutch, this one could be my favorite. That Fire Bumblebee is pretty rad, but this is as good as it could have gotten in this clutch. Number 6 is another male. This is the Firefly Spinner. So this was every gene possible from this pairing. We actually hit 2 of these. One didn't make it out of the egg, unfortunately, but this little guy is doing awesome. He's going to be a nice, real high white. You can see it in his pattern. It's like 70% up the sides. Same kind of greenish hue on the banding where the yellow is going to be, but this dude looks amazing. He's only going to age better, from my opinion. I'd love to see him about 600-700 grams, see what he looks like. But this is the Firefly Spinner, Pastel, Fire, Spider, and Pinstripe. Just a cool combo. Very just simple, reduced pattern. I love this little guy. I wish it was a female because I kept her, but it's a male, so you guys can have at it. If you want this guy or anything else in this rack, let me know. 0506 male Firefly Spinner. Alright guys, I do have 2 extra snakes I want to add to this. They're not hatchlings, but they're 2 adult males, breeder ready and actually a proven breeder that I'd like to put up available. They just don't quite fit into our projects anymore for plans down the road and that, so let me grab those 2 real quick. Alright, the first male I want to offer up is an adult breeder male. This one is breeder ready, has never been bred. He's more than ready to go, producing plugs. This is Alvin. In this case they do have names. And he is a lesser Spotnose, 100% het clown male. About 1,500 grams or so, something like that. And just absolutely, he's a total teddy bear. Really nice, docile animal. Beautiful colors. This one was actually produced by Josh and Jackie at Ball Python Shed. We bought him back in 18 with plans on putting him in our clown project with our clown female, but we just have other plans and things have changed between then and now. So he just doesn't have much of a need here at the moment. So he's not going to be cheap because he is literally ready to plug in today. And obviously shipping is going to be a little bit more because he's bigger box and a little bit heavier. But if you are interested in him, please let me know and we'll get him out to you so you can put him to work. Lesser Spotnose, 100% het clown. Ready to go. And the other adult male I want to offer up available to go. Just recently getting back onto food from breeding. We have 1 successful clutch cooking from him right now. Another one we're waiting for on the way. This is Johnny. This was actually our 2nd snake we ever bought. It's a male Pastel 100% double het Dreamsicle. So het for lavender, het for pied. He is a proven breeder, has never made a lavender or pied. That's because I'm convinced that female is not what she was sold to us as. I'm waiting for her to lay this season, and if she doesn't produce any lavs or pieds this year, then she'll just be shelved as a normal. But I'm confident that he will produce Dreamsicles. We do have a clutch from the pied possible het lavender cooking currently, so there should at least be some pieds in there, but hopefully some Dreamsicles if she proves out. But yeah, this is Johnny, the Pastel 100% double het Dreamsicle, proven breeder, but again, never proven to produce a lavender or a pied. You just gotta kind of take my word on that one. It came directly from Justin. I can provide all of that to prove it, so I trust that he is 100% double het. Ready to go. Plug him right into your project, start making some killer stuff. Alright guys, that's gonna wrap it up for this one. I hope it didn't run too long. I'm trying to get a couple of these knocked out so that I've got stuff ready to go in the pipeline in case, you know, life turns upside down and gets crazy, which I'm sure it will. So any of these you see that you liked, hit me up at Morph Mixology on Instagram or morphmixology@gmail.com. Include the ID number if you can. It makes it so much easier to keep track, especially when I've got, you know, 3 or 4 whatever dragonflies and whatnot. So but But yeah, let me know if you want any of these or those two males. Those males are super awesome and ready to go. I'll get them out to you as soon as I can. We'll take care of all of that. We've got some banger clutches coming real soon. Got to make room in the racks. There's like 50 or 60 eggs in here cooking at the moment, so stay tuned to the channel and to Instagram for that kind of stuff. Let me know if you're interested in any of these. If you have any stickers that you want to add to the door when we get it going, let me know. Send them over, P.O. Box 30383, Billings, Montana 59107. It's in the description. I think that's going to do it for this week, guys. I hope you enjoyed. See you in the next video. See ya.